Hey guys, this is Viper with a new video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Spy Zorro figure by Nitro Action Toys. Now, my experience with Zorro is actually quite lacking. I only got interested in the character last year when I started watching this. In the late 1950s, Walt Disney had a series called Zorro that ran for 2 seasons, and it starred Guy Williams as Zorro. You might know Guy Williams from such, great treasures as Lost in Space. But the show was very well done. It was marketed to pretty much the whole family. It was not your stereotypical lovey-dovey Disney show. It was lighthearted overall, but the situations were serious, and it was a really good action show, especially for its time. Now, this figure in particular is actually very hard to come by. I believe it's made by either a Spanish company or an Italian company, and I only got it off of eBay. And honestly, it's one of the best Zorro figures I've been able to come across so far, because the only other line other than this one that I found were made by Playmates in the, I believe it was the 90s. And quite frankly, they kind of stink. I got 1 or 2 figures from the line, and I decided I would never ever waste my money on them again. But this series actually has quite a few different Zorros. This is the card backing here, and it says, Spy Zorro. On a secret mission, Zorro escapes from his enemies by using the crates as a trampoline, which is one of his accessories I'll get to in a minute. But here's a couple other Zorros that you could get in the line. This one's called Swords Ablaze Zorro, and this one's called Munitions Zorro. I guess if you want to have Zorro going ape and blowing stuff up. There are actually quite a few other ones that aren't listed there. I got this one because I thought this was the best pure representation of Zorro. It doesn't have any kind of major gimmicks or anything that's, pretty much made up just to sell action figures. It's pretty much just your basic Zorro with his sword, a couple little accessories that really show what this type of a hero would be doing. Especially if you watch this show or if you've seen any show or movie related to Zorro. He pretty much uses his cunning overall and just basic tools to get around any situation. And Zorro means the sly fox, which is pretty much what you have to be to do what he does. But this Zorro comes with, of course, his sword. He comes with a grappling hook that is used, I guess, to storm the fortress walls. He comes with this little telescope so he can see what kind of trouble he's getting into. And then this is the big accessory of the set, is the trampoline boxes, as was stated in the back there. And pretty much what this is you could just press this lever here, and that shoots up. I guess if you want to launch your Zorro into oblivion or something. But it's a cool little accessory. It's definitely a little something different than just having an extra tool or an extra little gimmick in there. In terms of articulation, there's not that much, but this is more of a, like I said, more of a showpiece, I would think. Anyway, it's something that's to display, not really to play, but the head goes back and forth. The hat does not come off. The arms can go about this far, like that, without getting stuck on this cape. And the cape's a nice rubbery material. It's not like a really hard plastic or anything like that. This arm goes up and down like this. There is no elbow joint or wrist joint or anything like that. There's no waist movement. His legs bend at the knee, and then they rotate up like this on one of those same types of joints that just kind of rotate out like Duke Nukem had. But like I said, I really think that it's a really good display piece. Really good. It's the best figure you can get for Zorro. Although I think a 1/6 scale Zorro is coming out from Triad Toys, I think they're called. I'll probably pick that up if it's good. But for now, this is the best I've got. I usually display him holding that there, and then there's a place on his belt where you can stick the telescope right there. And also, they have this chain here is actual metal, which I think is a really good touch. Adds a little bit more more quality to the figure rather than just having everything be in chintzy plastic. I really like that about it. But overall, I guess that's pretty much about it. If you can find this guy on eBay, he's not too expensive, even with the conversion. I actually got him from a seller in Australia. But if you're a fan of Zorro, I'd recommend picking him up. And I guess that's about it. See you next time.